So you all read the title. I will be talking about how my ex-boyfriend made me hate myself back in high school. This is the boyfriend I had, back in high school, and I will never forget this experience for probably the rest of my life because it changed me in so many ways. If you would like to hear the rest of the story, which I hope you do, make sure you keep on watching. But before you go, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on this video. I also uploaded a video on how I got this look. If you would like to see that, I will tag that in this video too. But without further ado, I will go ahead and tell my story. I don't even have to write down this story. I won't miss any details because this story kind of just like blew my mind. It blew everybody else's mind that I've told so far. So it kind of like ruined my life for a very long time, and I was single for like 3 years because of it. And it was one of probably the most hurtful experiences that I've ever been in. Anyway, back in high school, the reason why my ex-boyfriend made me hate myself was because I guess I wasn't his ideal woman, I guess. And it sounds crazy like me saying it on camera because I've told the story to a lot of people before, but saying it on camera just kind of feels weird. But basically what happened was my ex-boyfriend he basically body shamed me a lot because if you don't know me, I am very skinny. I am very small, and I've been small my entire life, and it's very, very hard for me to gain weight. And I always looked at it as a bad thing, but you know, as I got older, I started seeing like maybe it's not so bad. But this ex-boyfriend made me really feel like being skinny was such a terrible thing. The reason why he made me feel like that is because when we were back in high school, it was a lot of things he would do that would make me feel like he didn't like me being skinny. And it always kind of confused me because I've been skinny my entire life, and I didn't understand why he wanted me to be like one of, you know, the thick girls, when I knew that I would never be that. And when we met, it's not like I was thick already and I just lost all this weight. I was skinny when he first saw me, and I was skinny during, and I'm still skinny now. So it's like I didn't understand. Anyway, so basically what he said was, it was one moment in high school where it was this one girl. She had a really, really nice shape. Really, really nice shape. And you know, one day, you know, her ex-boyfriend would, her boyfriend, whatever, I don't know what they are today, but her boyfriend at the time was, you know, did all these really nice things for her. Like he would like always buy her flowers, and he bought her a ring that I really wanted. And, you know, he would just do all these really nice things for her. And I ain't gonna lie, like me being young then, I was kind of jealous because I'm just like, I like those things. I mean, like what girl doesn't? Like, and you know, I turned to my ex-boyfriend and I asked him, like, you know, why don't I get those things? Like, why I don't get flowers? Why I don't get like candies to school every day? You know, why I don't get those things? And this boy, I would say man, but this boy decides to tell me,
well, she only got those things because of her shape.
And I was just like, well, what do you mean by her shape? And he's just like,
well, I mean, girls with those type of bodies get those type of things.
And I was just like, okay. So basically, because I didn't have a shape like hers, I wasn't worthy of getting roses and, you know, flowers, whatever, and rings and nice things. I wasn't worthy of getting those nice things. So that was one incident. Another situation was when he was just he wanted me to gain weight so bad that he would use his parents' link card to buy me food. And at first I thought it was kind of nice, and then not even just their link card, like he would use his own money to buy me food, like fast food and stuff. And it wasn't to fulfill me because I was hungry. It was to make me gain weight. And one day he had said that he would buy me a lot of food off his parents' link card, and I would take it home, and to not share it with my family. Like if my sisters or my brother wanted some, I had to tell them no, that this is for me. And I would tell him, like, what makes you think that I can bring a lot of food in my house and not share it? I'm young. You think my mom is really gonna be okay with that? I'm not crying. I just did my makeup, so I'm kind of making sure it's like stays in place. Anyway, so, you know, and we will argue back and forth about it. He's just like, well,
What's the problem? Like, why is it such a big deal? Like, why wouldn't you be able to tell them no? Like, I do it all the time in my house. If my siblings want to eat something, I tell them no. If that's just what it is.
and I was just like, well, that's not how my household is, you know, so I can't do things like that. And then when he would just constantly buy me food all the time, and it wasn't I realized that it wasn't a nice gesture. It was to make me gain weight. It was to change me. And it really, like, it hurt my feelings because I didn't think that, you know, being skinny was a problem. And it makes me, like, when I think about it, it still makes me, like, kind of tear up today, because it really, you know, I've always been body shamed about being skinny. So, you know, when your own boyfriend, when your own ex-boyfriend, whatever, tries to make you change too, it just made me feel like I can never be loved properly because of my size. And the one time that, like, it really changed me as a person was prom night. And don't get me wrong, I really liked how I looked on prom, but it wasn't how I really wanted to look, because this is the night that changed me forever. This is the night that I actually knew that, you know, I hated myself. And I hated myself for a couple of reasons, because I didn't wear the dress I wanted to wear. I wore the dress that he wanted me to wear. I wore the dress that he was okay with me wearing. And the reason why I say that is because one night we was on the phone and we were discussing about, you know, what we were gonna wear to prom and things like that. And, you know, I told him, like, you know, I always wanted to wear blue. You know, blue was my color. Backing up before I wore the dress. And I told him that I wanted to wear a nice rhinestone dress, but I wanted to wear a really nice mermaid looking dress. Like, I wanted to be sequenced all at the top, because I was really proud of, like, my chest. Like, I had really perky chest, so I wanted to, like, really express that. I wanted it to be really rhinestone from probably to the knees, and I wanted to flare out. I wanted to look like a mermaid. It was so cute. To me, it was so cute. So I, you know, told him my ideas, and what he said to me was that I was too skinny to wear a tight dress. And I was just like, well, skinny girls wear tight dresses like that all the time. Like, those are the people that normally wear the dresses anyway. He's just like,
No, women that have curves usually wear dresses like that, and you don't have that, so I don't think you will look right. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I don't want you to, you know, I don't want you to embarrass yourself. I don't want you to be sad when people tell you that you don't look right, and I don't want people to look at you weird.
and I'm just like, but why would they look at me weird? Like, I had so many questions, so many unanswered questions that probably would have never came if I wore that dress. Like, so, you know, me, I'm just like, well, I'm gonna wear the dress anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter, I think I look cute. And this man decides to tell me that if I decide to wear that dress, he will not go with me. My own boyfriend will not go to prom with me if I wore this dress. So, me being the naive 17, 18-year-old girl that I was, I didn't wear the dress. I wore a dress that wouldn't show any type of shape that I had. If I had a shape, you didn't know, because I wore a dress that covered it up. I wore a dress that, of course, it was sequins at the top. I got that part, but the rest of it was flared out. And I regret it every day. I told my friends about it, and my friends, of course, my friends at the time told me, you know, oh, well, you know, just wear the dress that you want. Forget him. He's this, he's that, blah, blah. And, you know, me being the, you know, caring, loving, you know, person that I am, I still went with what he wanted me to wear, not what I want to wear. And it's ever since that day, prom was just such a terrible time for me because I knew that I wasn't wearing something that I was comfortable with. And the reason why I've decided to tell my story about that today is because I want every woman to feel like love themselves first. Before you get into a relationship, make sure you love yourself first. Because if you love yourself first, then guys like that will not be able to tell you what you can and can't wear. They won't be able to tell you how to feel about something you wear. They won't be able to hurt your feelings. You will feel confident in yourself first. You won't have to go through that, because that was such a terrible time that I will never forget. And after that experience, I was single for like 3 to 4 years because I hated myself. I thought that no one would like me. I thought that no one would ever be able to love me because of the things that he said. And, you know, me today, if you don't like me being skinny, it's whatever. Like, it's too many people out here that, you know, like petite girl. It's too many people out here that like thick girl. Like, you date what you like. And if I'm not what you like, then move on. Like, you don't have to deal with me. You don't have to. So it's, you know, like I was saying with the motivational part, it's, you know, just be you. Love yourself first. Take care of yourself first. You know, if one guy don't like you the way you are, the next one will. I'm sure of it. I promise you that. Don't let these boys change who you are. Or like, just don't let, no matter what shape, size you are, no matter who you are, what you are, don't let them change you. Be you. Be yourself. That's all I got to say. I hope you guys learned something from it. Whenever you're feeling down and out, and, you know, even if it's not your significant other that's making you feel that way, even if it's your friends, if it's your family or your friends, if it's social media making you feel like you have to look a certain way, you don't. Make sure you love yourself first. So I will close out this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment under this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.